from Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English. And today we will be discussing one of the current and controversial issues here in the Philippines, which is sexual orientation, gender identity, and expression.
Hi, I'm Angelo. I'm homosexual.
Hi, I'm Felix and I am asexual.
Hi, I'm Mabi. I'm heterosexual.
Hello there, Chris here, a pansexual.
Straight, gay, bisexual, transgender, genderqueer, babae, lalaki, bakla, tomboy, boyta. I know it's a mouthful, but what do this word actually mean? Gender, for a lot of people, is often confusing and complicated. And in this video, we hope to give you a better understanding about sexual orientation, gender identity, and gender expression. Together, these concepts are called SOGIE.
To understand SOGIE of sexual orientation, gender identity and expression, we will discuss first what is sex and gender. Sex is assigned to us. It refers to biological differences between male and female such as genitalia and genetic differences. Aside from male and female, we also have intersex. Intersex is of people who are born with both male and female genitalia. On the other hand, gender, it is innate in us. It is something that we discover when we grow older. And that's it for sex and gender. And now, let's talk about the first part of SOGIE, the sexual orientation. Sexual orientation pertains to attraction. It is how you attracted to someone sexually or romantically. It is answered to the question, who are you attracted to, or kanino ka na-attract? If you are a man and you are attracted to a woman, your sexual orientation is heterosexual. In layman's term, it is straight, or you are a straight man. If you are a man and you are attracted also to a man, your sexual orientation is homosexual, or it is also known as gay or lesbian. If you are a man and also you are attracted to both men and women, your sexual orientation is bisexual. If you are a man and you are attracted to all kinds of people regardless of their sex, gender, and presentation, your sexual orientation is pansexual. If you are a man and you are not attracted to all kinds of people, do not experience any sexual attraction, and may not also romantically attracted, your sexual orientation is asexual. And now, let's move to the second part of SOGIE, the gender identity. Gender identity, it is self-identification. It is how you identify yourself in terms of your own gender. If you are born with penis, therefore you are male. Then growing up, you identify yourself as a man. You want to be a brother or you want to be a daddy. Then, your sexual orientation match to your gender identity, and you are called cisgender. Same case if you are born with vagina, then growing up, you identify yourself as a woman. Your sexual orientation match to your gender identity, and you are called as cisgender. There's also cases that your sexual orientation doesn't match to your gender identity. For example, you are born with penis, then growing up, you identify yourself as a woman. There's a mismatch between your sexual orientation and your gender identity. Therefore, you are transitioning from he to she. And that makes you transgender. Same case if you are born with vagina, then growing up, you identify yourself as a man. And that makes you transgender man. Aside from cisgender and transgender, we have non-binary. Non-binary, it is used to describe someone whose gender is not exclusively male and female. They don't describe themselves as a male and they don't describe themselves as a female. We also have genderqueer. People who are genderqueer often experience their gender as a fluid, meaning they can shift or change at any given time. They can express themselves as a female and they can express themselves as a male. And now, we are on the last part of SOGIE. E stands for expression. All of us has its own expression. All of us express ourselves differently. How do we want to present ourselves to the world, and how do we want to be seen? Some of us expresses ourselves through wearing sleeveless, sexy shorts, makeup, heels, and swimsuit, and that makes them feminine. And some of us expresses ourselves through wearing polo shirts, pants, and haircuts, and that makes them masculine.
The Philippine Commission on Women, or PCW, supports the passage of anti-discrimination law that will ensure that the rights of all persons, regardless of their SOGIE, are protected and promoted. So I'll be presenting to you on the screen the 8 policy recommendations. First is penalize discriminatory acts such as but not limited to non-hiring or dismissal of workers, refusal of admission from any educational institution, denial of access to services available to the general public, revocation of license, denial of access to establishments or facilities on the basis of SOGIE. Second is establish mechanism to monitor, report, and record incidents of SOGIE-based discrimination and abuse. Third is establish mechanism, create, redress mechanism to address complaints of acts of discrimination. Fourth, provide guidelines in. First is assisting victims of SOGIE-based discrimination and abuse. Second is treatment of persons with diverse SOGIE who are arrested or detained for commission of criminal offenses. Fifth is mandate the review and repeal or amendment of provisions of existing national and local policies discriminatory to persons with diverse SOGIE. Sixth is mandate the crafting of non-discriminatory workplace policies in recruitment, job promotion and evaluation criteria, training and education. Seventh is mandate awareness, raising orientation on the rights of persons of diverse SOGIE in new employee orientation in both public and private institutions.
So much solutions are being held by the government to support and legalize this bill. Solutions like supporting LGBT movement, allowing any form of gender to openly serve in any jobs, and legalizing the bill itself. In line with this, our group will be presenting 2 essential solutions to support this bill. First is, schools should impose LGBT rights. The fact that school is a place where knowledge is nurtured the most, why not also make it as a ground for supporting and empower LGBT people to recognize their rights? Through this, discrimination and bullying at school will be prevented. Second, and by far the most important one, raise public awareness. Homosexuality should be accepted by the society. This stance should be amplified to the mass so as to give them reasons to consider the right of LGBT people. By that, we are not only creating a pro-LGBT community, but also creating a world with peace